Hiya, Georgie. I'm Pennywise, the dancing clown. Oh yes, Georgie. They all float down here. What's happening, my fellow geeks and geekettes? Welcome to a brand new episode of Cosplay Chris, and today I'm going to be doing my spoiler-free review of Stephen King's It, the 2017 horror film. Now, if you guys are wondering why I'm filming in a different location, this is up in my rumpus room. My dad is unfortunately very sick at the moment. He has a severe case of the man flu. I saw it today with my mate Arif. I was going to come home straight away, film my review, but Dad had been in bed all day, so I took him up to the doctor's this evening. He's on some antibiotics. He's back in bed, so I don't want to make too much fuss and too much noise down there. So I thought I'd shift things upstairs and do a review here, and plus, I think Freddy in the background adds to the theme of the review. So like I said, this is a spoiler-free review, nothing to worry about in terms of spoiler territory. I'm gonna leave the spoiler talk to Jeremy Johns, Chris Stuckman, and the Flick Pick. So It is based off the Stephen King novel of the same name, the 1,000-odd page book. I have never read it in my life. People who have read it, I give you absolute credit for that. It's amazing work. There was a mini-series back in 1990 that starred Tim Curry, and that scared the shit out of me when I was a little kid. Watching it now, I laugh, but it still has nostalgic value to it. So the basic premise of this film is there is a bunch of kids who are being terrorized in their hometown of Derry by a demonic clown, or something demonic that takes on the form of an evil looking clown. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I have not read the novel, so I am by no means an expert on the mythology and the full background of it. I am merely just reviewing the 2017 film / remake, even though I don't really classify it as a remake. It's just another adaptation of the Stephen King novel. Now, there has been an immense amount of hype surrounding this film. People have been praising it, and this gets me even more excited because I've wanted this film to do so well since the very first image of Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise surfaced online. And I can safely say that this was a thoroughly enjoyable horror movie, guys. Only a few gripes. I'm gonna get them out of the way, and then we're gonna talk about all the amazing stuff in this film. My first only real gripe with this film, and it is by no means the film's fault, it's my fault, was I didn't get scared. You guys know I'm a massive horror nut. Clearly. I am so desensitized from horror films now that I didn't really get scared in this film. The things that did scare me were the things that can happen in real life. And that comes down to true Stephen King traits within his work. Abusive childhoods, domestic violence, stuff like that. That is the stuff that scared me in this film. Again, I'm not gonna go into details or for certain characters that it happens to, but yeah, those are the things that scared me the most. In terms of the horror elements, I didn't really get any scares. There were jump scares. I didn't jump. Everyone else in the cinema did, but I was like, that's pretty cool, but I didn't jump. The second gripe was some parts of the CGI, because this is quite a CGI heavy film, and I totally understand that, especially for the effects and the imagery that they're going for. I mean, this is a dark gothic horror film. You are gonna have these elements of CGI because you just can't replicate that in practical form. There were some shots where you look at the CGI and you think, I'm pretty sure you could have spent 2 or 3 more days possibly rendering that, buddy. But look, I get it. With an estimated budget of $35 million, totally understandable. Those are my only gripes. Let's get on to the positives of this film. Story-wise, brilliant. Brilliant adaptation from novel to celluloid film. People have to realize this isn't really a movie that's heavily based around Pennywise. It's based around the kids, and obviously part 2 will have them when they're adults. I can't tell you how impressed I was with the acting chops of all of these kids in the film. They meshed well, their chemistry was amazing, their backstories were intriguing to me, and they all intertwined perfectly. I love the dialogue between each and every one of them. It's exactly how I used to talk to my mates when I was that age. Granted, I still talk to my mates that way because we're so immature. So I could totally relate to that, and I'm pretty sure everyone else could too. Now let's talk about Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise. This film was in development hell, like a lot of horror films. At one point there was another actor that was cast as Pennywise, but then I think negotiations fell through, and then Bill Skarsgård was signed on to play Pennywise. Oh my god, this dude is incredible. I am in no way, shape or form gonna be comparing this to Tim Curry's performance from the 1990 miniseries, because I think what Tim Curry did was so original. Case in point, this is exactly like the Jack Nicholson Joker and the Heath Ledger Joker. You just do not compare the two. They are coming from the same source material, the same mythology, but what they do is so outlandish and so different, it's not even worth comparing. He was a proper creep in this film, and he looked like he was having so much fun in his mannerisms, and when he's up close with some of the kids and he's frothing from his mouth, the voice, just everything, even the little subtle effect of having one of his eyes cocked to the side, so it's like as if it's looking at the audience and the other eye looks like it's staring right into the soul of his victim. I love the makeup and the overall design. His costume looks very Victorian, and I like that because I like a bit of history behind this clown. I like to know that he's been around for hundreds of years. Now I did mention at the beginning of the video that Freddy will play a part in this review, and what I found with Skarsgård's performance, and I really dug, he reminded me a lot of Freddy. The fact that Freddy could kill you at any moment in the dream world, yet he taunts his victims. He likes that little thrill of the chase. That is exactly what Bill Skarsgård did as Pennywise, to the point where he was almost mocking them right to their face. To me, that is just shit-stirring at its best in a terrifying way. Now, like I said, apart from the real-life themes that scared me in this film, the imagery, visually, this film is beautifully photographed, and the imagery behind it is amazing. I would love to see some storyboards and concept sketches of certain scenes, especially when the Blu-ray comes out. I really do hope they have special features like this, because I was so intrigued. There was just stuff that is just pure nightmare fuel in this film. You gotta understand, Pennywise can take on certain forms of whatever you fear, and that's what he feeds on, everybody's fear, much like that guy. So overall, this film has beautiful cinematography and some amazing mind-bending imagery. I'm a big fan of practical effects, but when CGI and practical can blend seamlessly together, like some shots in this film, my god, it is beautiful. I am by no means a music expert or a score expert, but the score in this film was just so pitch perfect. It knew exactly when to be subtle and lighthearted, and then it knew when to be gothic and very orchestra and just demonic, to be honest. And I like what the director has done with this film. I, for the life of me, can't pronounce his surname. If I looked at it properly, I probably can, but for the most part, he has done an amazing job, especially with those angle panning shots. I just really think it suited the theme of it. You see it a lot in Michael Bay's Transformers films, and it doesn't mesh well, but for something like it, where nothing is as it seems, you don't know what's a dream or what's reality or what's going on in the moment, those angles are necessary. So guys, overall, I had a really fun time with it. The story was fantastic. The kids were amazing. Like, they really dug deep, and they had some really heavy scenes and dialogue to emote on film, and they nailed it. Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise was brilliant. I can't wait to see more of him in Chapter 2. Brilliantly photographed, amazing imagery that'll just bend your mind horrifically. Again, my only two gripes, I didn't really get scared, but I think that's because I was just so excited for it, and I just wanted to see how everything looked and how Pennywise looked. For people who aren't a big fan of horror films, I reckon give this one a go. Just make sure you're with someone who is a horror aficionado. And yeah, some certain shots where the CGI was a little bit of a letdown, but otherwise guys, it's not really a major problem. It is a seriously good time at the movies, and I already can't wait for Chapter 2. So with that being said, I'm gonna give it 4 geeks out of 5. So guys, when you have seen it, please drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. Do you prefer the 1990 miniseries or the 2017 remake? It's not really a remake. Reimagining? I don't know. Can't keep up. So thanks very much for watching, guys. A massive thank you for your stellar feedback on the Pirate Batman 2.0 upgrade video that I did the other night. Hopefully this time next week I will have that beautiful shoulder and bicep armor to show you guys and exactly how we're gonna weather it and mount it to the torso piece. Guys, wherever you are in the world, hope you're well, hope you're happy, be merry, be silly, and until next time, geeks, please always remember, cosplayers do it best. I love doing the Pennywise voice. Rides and cotton candy. Oh yes, Georgie. They all float down here.